All right, let's go check out, see what's been happening in the Airstream in the week that I have been back. Well, I just did that. That was recent. And I did a lot of the stuff underneath, right? So all the wiring is nicely organized now, bolted down the, I guess I could show you. This is a Velcro. I've got the batteries latched down. I've got this screwed down. This is nice. This one's short. This is Velcroed. That piece is Velcroed. This piece is Velcroed. We're gonna see how well it performs, I guess. I mean, it may not be awesome. I may have to go to something different. This seems very solid. I did a sub panel box, which I want to screw down into the tool chest here, but I haven't yet. So that made it really nice. Better connections. Well, because the old wiring coming in didn't really interact well with my inverter, something like that. Okay, what else has been done? I blocked a lot of airflow. So all around the refrigerator, I guess you can't see in there, I put the reflectix all around so that the hot air goes directly into this cool thing. And sadly, there was a lot of airflow escaping out of here. Temporarily I've got this, but I'm going to look for a type of like a right angle sort of seal small thing that can go in there instead and look a little bit better. The silver tape will come off decently easy. You probably noticed when I walked in, this little thing, this was a fun little investment. The idea is, I didn't shut that down at the bottom. I could sit out looking out not at trash cans, but at the beautiful wilderness. And I'm getting everything ready for that. Tomorrow was the idea, but I've got a lunch meeting now, so maybe the next day. And then outside, when I'm looking at the computer, I can look out this direction, and I can look out that direction. The airflow could be awesome. Speaking of airflow, you already know that I've got these two fans sitting there. I've been loving the recliner. It's been awesome. I've been thinking maybe the charge station could go down there. I did do a lot of work on the computer, and so I've still got a few things sitting around, not ready for the drive, obviously. But I think that whole charge station will end up down there, and this will be much cleaner up top. Maybe even the hard drives will end up down there, probably, because there's no reason for them to be super visible. So that'll be the next time I turn off the computer, so I can do all that when it's off. This was another little thing that I did. I love having, knowing exactly how much power I'm using. Air conditioner's on, even with the door open. Whoops. But I've got 15 amps, and that is coming in, so it's not necessarily what the inverter is producing, because sometimes the inverter, I mean, it's all a little bit separate, because what the inverter is using to charge and to invert, I suppose. Here's the status of my batteries. I actually really like this guy. He's pretty cheap. He does a really good job, and the display is awesome. And then I drilled a hole in the back of the chest so that I wasn't running the wire out of there. Much cleaner, just goes right to there. I did get a bunch of these magnet hooks, as you can see. I don't know how they'll handle driving, but we're going to see. I bought all the sheet metal that I need for doing this project, but it is not done yet. So it is a very large, 4 foot by 4 foot aluminum for here, and to make a box inside of here. So that'll be awesome. I went with the cut wood here so that I could just pull out the 30 laundry basket instead of unvelcroing, then getting it out and stuff like that. This is getting better. I haven't done the big organization of the wires yet, with zip ties down to here and there. So that's that. But I did get the shunts in those little isolators that are next to it. They're their bolt wasn't long enough, sadly. It was a perfect idea, but the bolt wasn't long enough for the thick shunt. So this was a big, running all, I guess basically 16 of these wires, and I've got to mount these down, except that this is giving me the wrong voltage. So I bought a new one. I don't think it's calibrated correctly. It says the right amperage, so I'm using 2 amps of 12 volts. This is supposed to be 12 volts power. So, and then this is for my solar coming in. Probably nothing right now because it's all fully charged up. And then there's going to be another one here telling me just AC usage, 120 volt usage, I should say. And then there's this fourth one, which is similar to that other round one that I have, but I like the other one better than this. This is saying 0 amps. I guess that's because it's I don't know why. Who knows? Who knows? I trust the other one more than the Victron one, to be honest. So I did install this guy for USB power back here. And then I went with this one for a propane monitor. Propane and something else, just some other stuff. Doesn't do smoke so much, but propane you're supposed to mount lower, so that's why it's there. So I've got a thermostat to install, a few other things. That's why it's not, obviously this whole area still be done. And then decided, because we had judged it with me sitting there without the cushion, when I used the cushion, the desk is too low. That was the whole thing. This was too high, and then we cut the desk, and it ended up being, I guess, about that much too low, really, which is too bad. But I'll learn to adjust, and I only use this sometimes. I've got the carpet down there. Oh, and I'm running a Wi-Fi kind of repeater here. So this guy, so I ran the cable here. So I've got a grommet that I'll be using and a wire that will be the right length. That should be coming any moment. So I'll run those out, grommet, silicone it, perhaps, and or the grommet will just be really the right length, so no leakage. So that's the situation there. A lot of small installs, I suppose, and some polishing up still to be done for sure. That's all stuff kind of sitting there waiting to be worked on, but this is the thing that I'm replacing, that one that was broken. So there we go. By the way, these lights are pretty cool. Whoops, let me show you. Oh, I guess they're not cool, because that didn't work. Huh, interesting. It was kind of like to the side did it. All right, that's it for the catching up of what's been going on. Some polishing up of things. Slowly making this just kind of clean and nice.